The mead is cold. The hearth is warm. Our saga grows. The mountains is a cruel teacher. 1 minute, I have frozen tears. The next, I'm sliding down a cliffside. Then the Valkyrie came. She was not happy to see me. I still feel the chill of that mortal wound in my bones. But I found something in the dark. Amongst the ice and the smell of wet fur, I found the secrets of the wolfkin. I saw the carvings. I felt the edge of those claws. Now, I'm not going back just for the rocks this time. I'm returning for the pelt and the bone. I need those claws. I need the speed of the Fenris. Shadow-Garth Forge is hungry. It is time we craft something that lets me fight back. One more climb. One more cave. Let's see if the wolves are ready for me. Let's look to the heavens and see what they say. Nearing evening time. It'll be getting cold soon. Not a good time to be wandering the mountains. Perhaps we rest here at Thala for a minute. Still brewing, still fermenting. Perhaps in the morning, perhaps longer. Let's take a quick trip to West Shore and see if we can't spend a minute there improving our defenses. We need some wood. Once we get enough wood, we will see about building onto the stockade that protects the boars. It's a little too close. So we've been tearing down our workbench as we go so that we don't mark our time when we're visiting here as being at a base, which could trigger the wrath of the Forsaken. We need some food for the livestock. So the workbench that we put up, we'll take it back down when we're done building the stockade. Dark growing quickly. We have an abundance, so let's just put some of these at the other location. Not gonna be staying, so now we'll head back, get a good night's sleep before we head into that cold mountain air. That's right. So, renaming that portal to silver instead of the Shadow-Garth Forge, so that we can, once we get in the mountains, we'll rename the portal to match. And then we'll also have a match for our adventure portal as to our exploration portal as we search the mountainside. So let's rename this to silver, and that'll connect to the other portal at Othala. And now we can continue our search, and we've got our portal that we can drop when we find something interesting to look at. Man, that is so unbelievably steep. No. Ah, look at that beautiful sunrise. The snow falling against the trees. That looks suspiciously interesting. But dangerous. I think I'd rather come at it from above. Let's see that rock there. Let's see if we can make our way there. Nope, not gonna make it that way. Perhaps it's time to take a moment, eat. So I'm starting to feel a little winded. That's better. Oh, we're not gonna get there. So make a little step with our pickaxe so that we've got a spot to rest. Get our wind back. Do it again. Oh, that is too steep. We've got no foothold. Whoa, that was too close. That side of the mountain is just too steep for me. This side isn't much better. Maybe if we keep working our way this way. We're going to find a not so friendly drake here in a minute. If he'd step away from that a little more, we could say hello properly. No fair hiding behind the rocks. There we go. And we're not gonna go after that. I think this may be one of the steepest mountains that I have yet to scale. Oh, there's our friend, the stone golem. That one appears to be free. Just put that pick away for now. So we get a better run at this. Don't know if we're gonna get there. Nope. It's close. Let's give it another try. There we go. That's a really flat surface over there. We need to get over there and take a look. That kind of shape is very typical of what we're looking for. And I hope I'm not wrong, but I think we found it. Yes. So we're getting close to our friend Motor. They're actually even closer to each other than that, but that'll do. Okay, before we head in, let's set up our safety net. May be able to finally get one of those frozen glands. Don't need to take that with me. We'll follow our always right rule. Should have brought the headband. We're down to 4 minutes on our rested buff. I say we head back, get our rested buff, get our headband, and come back. Just gonna throw those away when we get there. Spice rack. One of these days. Gonna have to do something about that. We didn't pick up the rested buff. I guess I thought for sure I was there long enough, but didn't kick in. Stew and a little more mincemeat, just a little. Now we've got a good rested buff, we can at least make some progress down there. Pretty short first chamber. Just making sure that none of those are ice. Bats are obnoxious. They're just pests. But you gotta love Frostner's ability to catch them after the fact. Obsidian. Frost arrows. New recipes. Ah. Tool shelf. We can upgrade our workbench now. We've passed lots of obsidian. And I haven't bothered digging any up. It seems like we find quite a bit. Better get that shield ready. Those cultists love to hide and surprise you. Nice, we got a wolf fang. We need those. I hear him. They almost always open with that fire, and then we want to get behind them. And the nice thing, I believe the Fenris has a little bit of a fire protection built into it. The thing I don't like about these corners is there'll be a cultist standing there and he'll drop that fire spell on you. Come on out here, big buddy. And you'll never see it coming because he's around the corner. Boy, they hit hard. Alright, let's go back to our always right. So, we came in right there. And that's our first right. It's a dead end. Then we've got this Fenris Hair. And then that's a dead end. Pick up those meat piles. They'll often have a little bit of treasure in them. And if not, we're still using the entrails for sausage. Looks like we ran out of room, but we did have that rock we wanted to get rid of. So we can drop that. Pick up those bone fragments. Uh-oh. I'd rather have the Fenris claw. Well, that iron's going to keep us from hoarding. If we want it, we're going to have to carry it down the mountain. And that's just our rock. We don't need it. What we really want, as we came for, is this up here. And that Fenris Hair. And while we're at it, we might as well grab the red jute. Bone fragments, I guess we're gonna just leave them behind. Switch back to our hammer, because we're probably gonna find another cultist. Or maybe not. Can't get that fine wood, that's too bad. Well, that's it for this section. You can break these braziers down and you get some coal and maybe some other materials out of it. Bronze or copper, I can't remember for sure which it is. But the headlamp certainly helps us see into these dark corners. Find any of the stuff we might have missed. That's not it. I'm getting turned around now on the way out of here. Also wondering, do we want to go ahead and go down? Or do we want to empty out our inventory since it's starting to get full? I think what it amounts to is we aren't going to be able to pick up any more new items, but we can continue to stack Fenris Hair. Interesting. We got an ice door. It's just hiding the writings on the wall. Ah, but here's the rest of the tunnel. Probably gonna find some ulfs. Conrad wishes he could understand those carvings along the wall. Oh, this is, continues on. Alright, it's time to take a break, have a snack. Before we open that door, we want to make sure that we have all of our wind and that our heart is strong. Because often it's behind these doors that we find the cultists. There he is. Drop that fire spell. Come on out here. We better move back a little. Uh-oh, he got us on fire. And there's the next one. And that is why you don't stand in front of a cultist. Not unless you want a nice, long ride from the Valkyrie. Feels like our fire went out. It gets dark behind that. We should build us some sconces. Something like that. Some torches at least. Get a little more light in the place. We haven't spent hardly any time on the base. Othala could definitely use some upgrades. Don't think I want to take the bow with us. We're just gonna and we're not gonna take the hood either. Nor the cape. Just enough armor to get us down there. The cultists probably went back to where they were hiding, so we won't have to be concerned with that. But Conrad needs to think about this for a minute. Yes, I do believe we forgot to eat something. Now, we're freezing right now, which is not a good thing. But once we get inside, we're no longer freezing. At least that's what I thought. Says we're cold, but we're not losing health. Let's give it a minute and get our health back. We can head in that direction. Boy, they're a pain. Just a pesky. But now it's going to take us a trip to get our stuff out of here. We can bring some up here and store it in that chest. And then we can deal with that last cultist. I'd rather leave behind the old I'd rather leave behind the old weapons. I want to get all this second thought, let's take these up to the chest, store them there. Getting low on arrows too. Don't know what we're going to do with a single piece of iron. It's really going to be kind of hard to get it out of here. Not hard. Tiresome. Alright, let's use this to see if we can't. So there are some advantages to that. Here he comes. Cultist trophy is one of the things we want, and they're a little hard to come by. I'm gonna break my always right rule and check out that hall because I don't want a cultist to come pop up on me when I'm not ready for him. Wolf. Wolf. Not sure what to call him. See? Now we got a piece of bronze from the brazier that we broke. We're gonna have no shortage of red jute. Unfortunately, it's not as valuable as the Fenris Hair. Just break those bones down so that we can get to these meat vials. Just in case there's a little treasure hidden in them. Well, I think we're going to have all the Fenris claws we need. At least I hope we do. So on top of those pillars that you see next to the wolf temple statue is typically Fenris Hair or a Fenris Claw. And this time around we got all Fenris Claws, which would have been nice to have some Fenris Hair. But the Norns didn't spin that wheel for us. And Conrad's search continues. Oh, I think we went down here. And there we go. Fenris Hair and Fenris Hair. So the pillars were kinder to us this time. Not sure why sometimes, like the braided strands, you can just click them and you can just pick them off the wall. Whereas the banners, you have to do something to break them loose. And the arrow's the perfect thing. Huh. Thought there was something on the floor there, but I guess it's just a pattern in the stone. So I believe we've exhausted this area. Let's see how we did. 41 Fenris Hair. We might have enough to make a piece of armor now. 2 pieces of copper, which we won't take out. Obsidian, which will be nice. The bones we probably don't need. Right now. As far as what we need to haul out of here, they're not the most important thing. So if we're lucky, the next branch will be as large as this one. Though I somehow doubt that'll be the case. I have heard rumors that it can take 14, 15 trips to the caves in order to complete your Fenris set. Alright, let's head back to Othala and see if we can't rid ourselves of this excess baggage, and then we'll come back here and continue our search. Let's leave. Let's leave these for next time. And the iron and the copper. I don't know. Is it worth the run down the mountain? Well, I'll be. There is no third opening. It's blocked. And so that we're pretty well done with this cave. Alright, don't let me leave here without repairing our stuff. Start to put them next to each other, but that's the boat, and I don't want to mix that up with anything. So we've got 24 here, and we've got 41, but we're going to need all of this, and we're going to need this and this. We need that all back at the mountains at the forge. Shadow-Garth Forge. Do we have enough wolf pelts yet? No, we need 2 more. Thought I had room in there. I meant to leave the claws there. One more day, then we'll rest. Okay. Let's run the Shadow-Garth. Drop this off there. Actually, we've got to go there later anyway. I'm going to just temporarily, we'll put it here. And then forget about it. Hopefully not. Nothing to do but empty that chest out. Perhaps we look for one more cave. If we remember this is here and we're in need of it, we'll come back for it. Until we get our Mistlan's Cape, this mountain is too treacherous to go up and down. Let's check on the forge. Should probably go ahead and chop some wood while we're here. Let's go for that fur, because right now we're not looking to, oh, there's not a fur. I thought there was. These are all pine. Was kind of hoping for a fir tree so we would get pure lumber and not core wood. Nothing wrong with core wood, we just don't need it at the moment. And we can burn it the same as lumber, but it feels like a waste to me. Nothing at all wrong with it. It's just a funny habit. Looks like we got some company. That should do us for now. Starting to feel hungry. I think maybe I better have a snack. The rest of this all goes back to the to Othala. Let's see what we can do. This is only a workbench 1. We'll have to upgrade. That's going to take a little work. First thing we need, tin flint. Guess we don't have that here. Gonna grab some deer hide. Hopefully we have 20 deer hide. Yes, exactly. And the flint. So that covers our flint. And there's our... oh, we need 20 leather scraps. Okay. We've got enough leather scraps. So we can do that. We've got the 3 bronze, but we probably don't have the fine wood there. That's our boat. Don't want to take it. We'll take that. So we don't have the bronze for that, and then we need the 4 obsidian for that. I think we took the obsidian over there. Spice rack. I've got to come up with a design for that spice rack. I just don't like it hanging right in front of me the way it does. So let's put some of these upgrades outside so we don't get too crowded in here. We'll start with the chopping block. The tanning rack. And the adays we need that 3 bronze for. Wait, did that say forge? No, that said workbench. Okay. I don't know why I keep hitting that. What I want is R. Put the hammer away. Got 3 copper, not 3 bronze. I'm going in there anyway. Put that back, put that back, and we only got 1. That's really too bad. Let's go make 3. Good chance to upgrade, repair, which is what I should have been doing anyway. Nice thing about bronze and tin, copper and tin is we got plenty of it around us if we need more. There we go. We added fine wood. That's really a shame. What a waste. Gotta be careful about that. It's so easy to burn your fine wood. And you just don't want to do that. So let's stick it in the chest before we do it again sometime. So we can make leather. What are we missing? There it is. We need wolf pelts. We just haven't seen that many wolves on the areas we've been to are way too steep. So, to make this work, we're going to need to find ourselves some wolves. Let's go drop this stuff at the other base. Portals everywhere. Yeah, I really think I like the bronze pendant better. Another nice sunset in Valheim. We may be banished and we may be exiled. We may have to fight Forsaken after Forsaken. But at least we get to enjoy the beauty and the serenity of the meadows. For now. We found another cave. We brought out a nice haul of Fenris. Now we need to start looking for some wolf pelts to make both the Fenris and our wolf cape, which I'm anxious to get my hands on. I like the looks of the wolf cape. So, with that, the mead is cold, the hearth is warm, and the saga will continue.